Hi, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be building a nice big modern family home, and not the TV show, just a family sized home. So I think it has space for like 2 parents, a teenager and 2 kids, or like that's how I've kind of furnished it. But it has 3 bedrooms and it has a really big garage, so you could quite easily turn that into a bedroom as well. So yeah, definitely lots of space. I kind of made it with like lots of people being in at once in mind. So the dining table has like 6 seats, I think, or maybe even 7. I'm not 100% sure, I don't remember. But yeah, everything was made for like, oh yeah, there's gonna be lots of people sitting here. So I made it quite big and spacious so your Sims can actually move around. And I based this off of a real life floor plan, or at least the shell was, because trying to base actual rooms off of it gets a bit challenging, just because things in the Sims don't always line up like that, you know what I mean? Like it gets so much more complicated. Like it's hard enough just doing the shell, but when you're actually trying to have things from real life that, you know, rely on the fact that in real life I can walk around things and I'm not gonna get hopelessly stuck if a bed is up against a wall and things like that. So I was using it for the shell and for like the general design, but the floor plan was my own creation. I really struggled with the floor plan actually, just because I wanted it to be really open, and when it's open like that, it's harder to distinguish what room goes where. So if I'm having it like, oh yeah, every room is closed off, it's quite easy to see which room will fit what. But when it's like this, when it's all open plan like this, it's just really difficult to figure out what goes where. But I eventually got it down, and I actually really like how the floor plan came out. It's not too dissimilar to things I've done, but I really like the addition of like having room dividers and using like things like that to actually split up the space, which is honestly not something I do very often at all. I really should use room dividers more often, because they are like so useful in dividing a room. Who would have thought? But yeah, I do really like how the floor plan came out. It's a lot similar to what I do in color scheme, like it is a lot of black and white on the inside, but I still like it. I don't know, man, that's just my thing. I like doing a black and white build. I think the exterior is different enough that it's like, if you got this unfurnished, you could like really make it your own quite easily. So I also did choose to include an actual garage and like put a debug car in there and stuff, just because one, I needed something to fill up that long space, because obviously in real life, yeah, you'd have a car, so it makes sense that it would be long, but in The Sims that's just kind of strange. So yeah, I ended up putting an actual car in there, and then I put a bunch of other stuff that like would make sense for a garage. So I ended up putting in like laundry in there, and I put in a little woodworking bench and a treadmill, because honestly in a place this large they might have an actual home gym, or like at least a small room where you'd have that, but because this is all bedrooms, I decided to just have it in the garage because I thought it would make sense to be there. So that's where it is. But yeah, I really like how this house came out, and honestly I'm gonna have to try and find a way to like incorporate it into my gameplay so I can actually play in it, because I do really like it, but it's just I don't know when it's gonna fit in, because at the moment the gameplay that I'm doing, it just doesn't make sense, because right now I'm playing with a sim who's like making everything that she owns. So like she can either fabricate it or like find it in a dumpster and repair it with the little eco vacuum thingy, or she can, I got a mod from Little Miss Sam, shout out her, honestly she's like one of my absolute top tier mod makers, that you can make more things on the crafting bench, because honestly you really can't make that much there, considering how much does look like it should be handmade, and even says in its description that it's handmade. I should be able to make it. So yeah, this mod literally just adds more, but it means that I can't really justify her living in this ultra modern house in the desert when she currently lives in Henford on Bagley with like cows and chickens and stuff, and like living totally off the grid. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, I don't want to make a whole family just to play in this house, but I absolutely will make a whole family just to play in this house, because I like it so much, and that probably shows you like how much it is my style and my vibe. Only to play in, not to live in. I couldn't live in a house like this, but I really like to play in a modern house, or yeah, a cottage core totally off the grid shack, because she built everything herself. off. But what kind of gameplay do you guys do? Do you do a lot of like, oh yeah, I'm roughing it as much as possible, or are you like, no, I'm gonna motherload my Sims from the get-go and just have it straight, like live a life of luxury? Like that's what I want to do. Like I'd love to know. Let me know down in the comments what's your preferred gameplay in terms of like having money and things, or just in general. Tell me about your other things in general. I've had it where the person she married had a kid through Neighborhood Stories. No, either Neighborhood Stories or MC Command Center. I'm genuinely not sure which one of them did it, but they had a kid through there. But I didn't know that when I got with them, so it was just when they came to live with me, it was like, oh, a child. And so I decided to like play it as if like we had shared custody, which I basically used the growing together feature of like stayovers, where we have the baby 1 week or the infant 1 week and then they have it the other week and stuff. And it's worked out really interesting, like in a really weird way, because I've never played with an infant that's just staying over, because it means I can't see their needs. I just have to kind of like guess where they are, or like use cues to be like, oh well, they haven't eaten in a while, they're probably hungry. And like I can use the check infant feature, but it's not exactly reliable, because they'll just pick any of their needs that are low instead of like the most pressing one, which is usually, you know, eating and stuff. So I would recommend playing like that. It's genuinely like quite an interesting challenge, just because yeah, I can't tell anything about them. I can't even see their profile to know if they're like happy or sad at that moment. I can only go off of like, oh yeah, if I'm exactly talking to them, then I can see it says happy or sad. Or if I like see that, oh yeah, I just saw they use their diaper, so I know they need it. So I kind of just have to go through the motions of like being a parent and guessing how they're feeling instead of knowing. So yeah, I would definitely recommend trying and playing like that, because it was an interesting challenge. Actually, it was such an interesting challenge, I was thinking about doing a YouTube video for it and maybe trying to manage like 4 or 5 infants that I can't see and like seeing what happens. The only thing is I don't know like if they can be taken away if they're not yours, because technically they're just staying there. Like I didn't have obviously the mum stay with us, but I don't know if like that's possible, so I might do a little bit more experimenting. But if you guys are interested, do let me know if that sounds like something you'd want to see, and I'll try making a video about that. But getting back to the build at hand, I did have to cut out a lot of the decorating, because when I was decorating, it was basically the very last thing that I did. Like I made each of the rooms and then I went round and decorated them afterwards, so it means the camera is absolutely flying all over the place and spinning all over the place, because I was just like, oh, what about this thing? And then, oh, I need to put this thing, and while I'm searching for that I happen to see this thing, so I'll put that in, but that's in like 2 floors down. So I think, and like, oh my god, it was so bad. Like I had to cut out so much just because all it was just cameras spinning. So yeah, I cut out a lot of the clutter, but that's fine, because at the end of this video, after the speed build bit is done, we're going to hop back into game and I will give you a tour of everything, so you can actually get a good look at it instead of just seeing it absolutely whip round and spinning round at like 100 miles a minute, because it's difficult to see when it's going this fast. And honestly, like I really do like that aspect sometimes, because it makes me seem like such a competent builder. Like, because obviously I cut out most of me faffing around and any time that I'm like just kind of staring at it so I can get an idea of what I want, it makes me look like I'm such a competent builder. I'm like, yeah, I can do this, throw it down and put this down, and it's all done, and like it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. And that makes me so happy, because I promise you, I do not know what I'm doing at any given moment. So yeah, it's nice to look as if that I actually know what I'm talking about and I know what I'm doing. So, but it does also, on the flip side, make it very hard to see. So yeah, we'll do an actual tour at the end and I'll show you all the little details and stuff, and you can actually have a good look. But you could also have an even better look if you download it yourself and find it on the gallery. Just have to do a small gallery plug. So my name on there is just Nobume1387. So that's Nobume, Nobume 1387. So yeah, my gallery is linked down below, so you can just see it there if you just want to like copy and paste it, or like Control-C, Control-V, because you actually can't like click paste on the gallery. So yeah, if you do want it, then it's there for you, and it should be up by the time this video is. But if if it's not, it will be up there soon. While I was building this, so not filming it, but building this, the new kit was leaked, and obviously we knew what this kit was going to be because we voted on it earlier, but obviously the pictures got leaked in the description, and it was EA themselves that leaked it, and they were all over Twitter, all over Facebook, everything. You'll be able to find them quite easily. So, but it was basically the castle kit that's coming out, the castle build kit, and I liked a lot of the pictures, that what it looked like we're getting and things. I just worry that like there isn't enough space in a kit to do a full castle, because as much as they showed like the build of the castle and stuff, it was all exterior stuff, so that makes me wonder there's not going to be a lot of interior stuff, and the interior of a castle is just as important as the exterior. So I imagine if you have things like vampires, there would probably be a lot of like use you could get from things like that, and like they would probably match quite well. At least I hope they would match. I say that, but it's not like The Sims is known for their pack matching abilities, so you know, maybe it won't be. I also noticed that like I don't think there was any new landscaping at all. I think absolutely everything in there was all from the base game, and as much as, yeah, this is supposed to be a build kit, I would have liked to see at least some amount of like maybe like wall climbing ivy or something like that, but I didn't see any of that. Maybe if we're lucky there will be, but I don't think there will be, and it makes me a bit nervous just because, yeah, a castle specifically is made up of so many options, and like I don't think it's the community's fault for voting on it, because they kind of would have assumed that EA is capable of doing it. And to be fair, I am being a bit of a negative Nancy, like we haven't even seen the pack and I'm already like, there's not enough items. So, you know, maybe what they have is enough. It's just that, yeah, a castle specifically is made up of so many items. It just seems like the wrong thing to put in a kit specifically. Like, I really feel like that could be like a full-on stuff pack, and since those are back, that doesn't seem as unreasonable to say. So yeah, I am a bit apprehensive, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if I'm mistaken about that, because I definitely want to be wrong about it. So let me know what you guys think. Like, do you think you're gonna get it? Do you think that it looks interesting to you, or is it just totally not your vibe? Because yeah, it's a very, very specific kind of like it's literally a castle build. I can't imagine there's going to be much crossover into like your everyday gameplay, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was more of a, you know, not that many people end up getting it. But you know, if you are, let me know. I probably am gonna try and build a castle with it, like see if we can do a full castle, but that build will likely take me a long time depending on exactly how much is in it, because obviously the picture shows a giant massive castle, so if I can do one like that, maybe I'll try, but that will take me a long time. So you know, be patient on that one with me. Be patient. Also, I completely forgot to say, the leak did suggest that the kit would be coming out on the 18th of January, which is very, very soon, so I would imagine if that is correct, then it will probably be announced fairly soon as well. I also wonder if the cast kit that was voted on is going to be announced at the same time, because obviously we voted on them at the same time, but that doesn't mean they're going to come out at the same time. But that was the goth fashion kit, if you remember, from quite a few months back now, so maybe that's gonna come out as well, but I don't know, I'm not really sure. I hope it does, because that one I'm really looking forward to. Not that I'm not looking forward to the castle kit, but I'm very, very much looking forward to the goth aesthetic kit, because that's absolutely my vibe. But yeah, we are coming towards the end of the build now, so we're going to jump back in game, and I'm going to give you a proper tour of everything, because like I said, when it's all spinning, you just can't see it. So yeah, let us head back into game. Alright, so here we are back in game, and as you can see, I went quite minimal on the landscaping, just because I thought, you know, this is desert, there's not going to be like a crazy amount, so you know, I just have a few bits here and like around there, but mostly it's just, yeah, just what was in the area. I tried to copy all of that. So here is our ground floor. So this is that garage I was talking about, where we have the laundry and all of this, and I put in this just as a little bit of clutter, and I put the garage on both sides, and technically they can use this to like paint on, but this side they won't be able to reach because this is in the way. Though maybe technically this doesn't have a footprint, so they might be able to walk through it. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is our little living room area. Very nice, very nice. And this is our kitchen and dining room, and I just realized realize this isn't painted. Never mind. Problem solved. Yeah, we have a little bar area just over here. And then we have this little office, which uses the little room dividers I was talking about. And I really do like how this came out. I'm also noticing I got the wrong curtain, or like it's too low down. I don't know how that happened. There we go. That's fixed. All of this will be fixed in the gallery version, just so you know. But then if we come upstairs, we have this little hallway. Not much going on here. It's a hallway. Then we have the main family bathroom. Very nice, very nice. Then we have the kids room here, and I really do like how this came out. I think it's a really cute kids bedroom, and like I said, definitely enough room for two, but you could fit even more in here, really. Then we have the primary bedroom, and this is a really nice bedroom considering, like, yeah, you have the whole, all of this space in here. Then you have your own ensuite, and you have your own private balcony area which goes out over the garden, which is just very nice, very nice. I do like that room a lot. And finally we have the teens bedroom, which is using pretty much all of the pastel pop kit, but yeah, I think it came out really nice. I really like the black and white vibes, and like how it still looks like a teens room, but like still just a little bit more muted, and like, you know, fits in with the modern aesthetic. So yeah, I really like it. Then outside we have this nice little grill and like eating area. We go down to this kids area, which I fenced off because I thought, you know, they're going to be running around. We don't need them near the pool or anything. So yeah, we have this just a swing set and this cute little slide from growing together with a cute little killer whale on it. I thought it was so adorable. And then yeah, we have the pool and this nightmare object. I don't even want to touch it again because I don't know what's wrong with it, but a lot is wrong with it. And a hot tub. But yeah, I really do like how this place came out, and like I said, it will be on the gallery. I also just realized I didn't put an outdoor bin, so that will also be in the gallery version. But with all that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!